On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. And it's the West All-Stars to start out. A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. Siakam is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Walker in at the two-guard spot. Now, here is Harden. Doncic kicks to LeBron. Leonard with no one around. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the rejection by Harden. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Here's Walker. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Young. Will it go? First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. James, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Harden finds Davis. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And Embiid with the block. Rebound by Joel Embiid. The East All-Stars on offense, trailing by 2. Shots good by Walker.
I think you got to play up tight on Walker. Even though he's got great quickness, he's excellent at using any space you give him to pull up for the jumper.
Now here's James. Doncic right side. The three sinks the triple. Doncic has got 5 now.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Tries again, and he makes that one.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Dwayne Casey. Now he's spoken with the guys. Now he wants to make this a competitive game, one that features at least some execution and not just a bunch of lobs. Maybe some ball movement. He said, look, if we're going to be out here, if we're going to take this court, we might as well try to win this game. And that means playing the right way. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Here's Walker. A miss that time would have put him up. Walker's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. So the West ends up going with the new group. Here's Lowry. Here's Adebayo. It's tipped.
Outstanding defensive instincts by Sabonis. Really good timing when to rise up to reject shots. Now Westbrook.
Let's go. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. He's with the ball. They trail by 1. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Adebayo throws it down. Adebayo's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Westbrook passes to Sabonis. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. Passes it to Gobert. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Back to Gobert. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Westbrook with it. No points in the game yet for him. He dishes it to Simmons. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Jokic trying to free himself up. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Lowry against Westbrook. Outside Lowry. And there's the pass to Adebayo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Adebayo's got 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Booker. Launches a 3. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it. Now here's Lowry. Puts it up. Here's Gobert. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are 3 points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throw this game. Gobert, no good on that free throw. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
We've got Devin Booker. Jason Tatum is out there with Jokic. Then it's Simmons. And it's Paul in at the point guard. So that's the West All-Stars 5 as we get into the second quarter. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Lowry passes to Butler. Trying to get open is Adebayo. Offensive rebound. And here's the fast break. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Sensing the contact coming and adjusting his shot accordingly. Nice recognition and adjustment by Simmons.
He's with the ball. 3-point lead. Outside Lowry. With some arc. He doesn't hit that one. Now the West All-Stars the other way. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. And Adebayo throws it down.
I don't think you can sleep on Butler's passing ability now. I mean, Quite good at knifing the rock through the defense on time and on target, especially in these screen and rolls.
It's deflected, and so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. The West making some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Jokic. LeBron comes in for Simmons, and James Harden has subbed in for Devin Booker. And then for the East, Antetokounmpo comes in for Gobert. And Trae Young subbed in for Kyle Lowry. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Young against Paul. Passes it to LeBron. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Weight room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting a lot of those second chance opportunities. Those can be hard to come by sometimes.
But there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The dish to Davis. LeBron against Giannis. Here's LeBron. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Another shot. Not going to go that time. James with some nice D. And here's the West with the ball. Trailing by 2. Harden trying to get open. It's Davis.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Young against Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for Tatum. And then for the East All-Stars, Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Pascal Siakam comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Walker subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Antetokounmpo kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. That 3 off the mark. And it's Harden with the ball for the West All-Stars. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside Leonard. That's tipped. Siakam up top, defended by Paul. And it's good for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Davis. Back to Harden. Outside Davis. James left side. Kicks it out to Harden. Three-pointer. And Embiid pulls it down. He's with the ball. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And taken away by Paul. Here's LeBron. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Looking at who's out there now for the West. Sabonis, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Paul. And then for the East All-Stars, Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Young. Now here's Walker. Inside, here's Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Boy, the sheer size of Embiid often puts the defense in tough spots. He's a beast.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Sabonis. In the corner, it's Westbrook. LeBron trying to free himself up. And too long on the shot.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
The West All-Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Jokic has checked in for the West. Devin Booker comes in for James Harden. Leonard hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Siakam looking around. Nice D from Sabonis.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's Booker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Simmons checked in for the West. And then for the East, Rudy Gobert comes in for Embiid. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Walker. It's a close game here in Chicago. The pass to Gobert. And here's Lowry, defended by Booker. They grab their own miss, and Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Over Booker. True on the 14-footer. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And here's Westbrook. In the corner, Simmons with it. Sabonis inside. He can't get that one to fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. East All-Stars up on top, leading by just one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. For the East All-Stars, the first quarter, pretty even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And from what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the West All-Stars.
You know, they haven't shot the ball very well. Not nearly enough quality looks. Right now, this game can easily come down to shot selection and how they run their offense. They need to keep the ball moving and generate better looks.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you look at Adebayo, what a contribution.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court for the East All-Stars, Trae Young is out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Embiid, and it's Giannis in at the 3, the small forward. Six on the shot clock. Leonard with the steal.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Harden dishes to Davis. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Davis has got the first field goal of the second half for the West All-Stars. And here are the East All-Stars. Young taking his time here. Over Harden. Young's shot is off. And it's Harden with the ball for the West All-Stars. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And the dunk by James.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Now, here is Young. He's got 5. Pass to Giannis. Fades away. And James pulls it down.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And Harden with the stuff.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Here are the East All-Stars. It's a 5-point game. Davis against Embiid. He kicks it to Walker. Stolen by Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
The West making some changes. Jason Tatum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Paul in for Doncic. And then for the East, Bam Adebayo's checked in for Embiid. Brandon Ingram comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Butler in for Young. He hits both from the stripe.
One of the hardest and trickiest covers in the league. Harden, not just a superb scorer, but also an amazing passer, which really makes him really hard to guard.
Walker's shot is off.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And the East All-Stars call time here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Adebayo. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Outside Tatum. Back to James. And the dunk by James.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense, had overcommitted, and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
James has gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. Right side to Walker. And the wing jumper offline. Here's West now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And it's Davis missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
James against Ingram. James outside. And they double up James. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Sabonis comes in for James. Devin Booker, he's checked in for James Harden. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Paul. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the East. Kyle Lowry comes in for Kemba Walker. Now here is Lowry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target from three-point range. Booker in the post. Covered by Mitchell. Jokic kicks to Booker. Over Mitchell. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Mitchell missing. The West All-Stars with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the West All-Stars?
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
The first free throw is good. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the East. Chris Middleton comes in for Butler. And both free throws good for Westbrook.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Mitchell. West All-Stars with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Simmons. 1:25 left to play in the 3rd. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Now here's Simmons. There's 57 seconds left to play in the 3rd. 6 to shoot. Good on the shot. Simmons got the lead up to 9 now for the West All-Stars.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Middleton against Simmons. Middleton the pass to Gobert. Back to Middleton. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
That was really a platinum-level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
Now, here's Westbrook. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The 11-footer, and it's Mitchell missing. With 2 seconds left, and Simmons slams it in.
The slash ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive cutting mentality.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. West All-Stars lead by 11. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Simmons. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. Fade away. Again, the West All-Stars.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Westbrook against Lowry. Middleton outside. Lowry against Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry drives in. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. So for the West, Davis is checked in for Jokic. LeBron comes in for Simmons, and Paul subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The East also changing it up. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Gobert. Kemba Walker comes in for Mitchell, and Trae Young subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Siakam up top. Ball against Young. Pass to Middleton. Over Leonard. Middleton can't get it to go. And it's Davis with the ball for the West All-Stars. They get a hand on it. Paul dishes to Davis. Shoots over Embiid. Good D by Embiid.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, you look at the skill set and size of Middleton. Hard for any defense to match up against. Just so creative in how he draws contacts and gets himself to the line.
And that one falls for Middleton. James Harden, he's checked in for Booker. Middleton hits them both.
Boy, for me, it's really been fun watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy 2-guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Paul looking over the floor. Clock at 6. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. And Davis can't get it to go. Davis has gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. Gets it down to single digits.
That's an aspect of Walker's game that I like. I mean, his ability to use the dribble drive and score on the move, nice.
James kicks to Leonard. The pass to Davis. The fadeaway. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
To the paint, there's Embiid. And he converts the layup.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second-chance buckets have devastated their defense.
Kept alive, kicks it out to Harden. Siakam against Leonard. over Siakam. They get it again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Free throw good, Davis.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're down by 14. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
On the wing, Harden, guarded by Walker. Harden the pass to Leonard. From outside the arc, East grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Siakam misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Ball finds Davis. And they double up Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard, no luck. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, but they'll get another chance. Oh,
man. You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the board.
Davis inside, and Embiid's there. And it's Davis missing.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Now Leonard. The tray, no good.
You know, it's good to see Walker focusing more on defense, working on becoming better in this area moving forward. You'd like to see that in a player.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.